So students, let's start with the question and answers. NCERT in text questions. That are the blue questions given inside the chapter. In a reaction, 5.3 gram of sodium carbonate reacted with 6 gram of ethanoic acid. The products were 2.2 gram of carbon dioxide, 0.9 gram of water and 8.2 gram of sodium ethanoate. Show that these observations are in agreement with law of conservation of mass. So we just have to add the mass of reactants and the products, that will be equal to 11.3 grams. So it will prove that LHS equals RHS and mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. Second question is, hydrogen and oxygen combine in the ratio of 1:8 by mass to form water. What mass of oxygen gas would be required to react completely with 3 gram of hydrogen gas? So if the ratio by mass is 1:8 and if we are taking mass of hydrogen 3 gram, so we have to multiply 3 gram with 8 to get the mass of oxygen. So 3 multiply 8 will be 24 gram of oxygen, because the ratio should always be same, that is fixed 1:8. Next is, which postulate of Dalton's atomic theory is a result of law of conservation of mass? Dalton's postulate that atoms can neither be created nor be destroyed is a result of law of conservation of mass. Which postulate of Dalton's atomic theory can explain the law of definite proportions? So it is, atoms combined in fixed ratio to form compounds can explain the law of definite proportions. Question number 5. Define atomic mass unit. That is given in your notes also, that atomic mass unit is equal to 1/12 mass of carbon 12 atom. Why is it not possible to see an atom with naked eyes? It is because atom is very small in size, so it cannot be seen with the help of naked eyes, but we can observe the atoms with the help of powerful microscopes. Seventh question is, write down the formula of sodium oxide. It is Na2O, because Na valency 1, oxygen valency 2. So we will crisscross and the formula will be Na2O. Second is aluminium chloride. AlCl3. Aluminium valency is 3, chlorine it is 1. Crisscross we will get AlCl3. Sodium sulfide. Na valency 1, sulfide valency 2. So crisscross we will get the formula Na2S. Magnesium hydroxide. Mg valency is +2. OH is hydroxide ion having valency -1. So we will just do the crisscross technique and it will be MgOH whole twice. Here we have to draw the bracket also. OH we have to keep it inside the bracket and we have to do it whole twice, because we cannot write it OH2. That means H will be 2 and O will be 1. Whereas we have to show that O and H both are combinedly hydroxide ion and we are doing twice of that. So it will be MgOH whole twice. Question number 8. Write down the names of the compounds represented by the following formula. So first one is aluminium sulfate, second is calcium chloride, third is potassium sulfate and fourth is potassium nitrate. Question number 9. What is the what is meant by the term chemical formula? So chemical formula is the symbolic representation of the compound or elements. So here it is written that chemical formula is a formula of a compound which is represented with the help of symbol of elements and formula of radicals participating in the chemical compounds or reactions. So question number 10. How many atoms are present in H2S molecule? H2S, it is 2 hydrogen, 1 sulfur, total 3 atoms. Then second is PO4 -3 ion. Now here the minus sign or the charges positive or negative, any type of sign or charges present on the radical will not interfere in the counting of the atoms. So PO4 is having 1 phosphorus and 4 oxygen. So total will be 5 atoms. Here charge do not create any disturbance in the atomicity. So the atomicity will be 5. Question number 11, calculate the molecular masses. You just have to take the mass of the elements and you have to add them. So H2, first is H2, 1 multiply 2. Here you have to multiply if the number of atoms are more. So multiplication and addition you have to do in this case, and the atomic masses are given H1 O16, Cl 35.5, C12, N 144. It is N14U. 144 here is misprinted, so you can just take the correction here, and the solution is given. Then we should move to next 12th question. Calculate the formula unit mass of ZNO, N2, Na2O and K2Cr. It is potassium carbonate, K2CO3. So atomic masses are given. You just have to multiply and add also here, as we have done before. Then question number 13. If 1 mole of carbon atom weighs 12 gram, what is the mass of 1 atom of carbon? So we have to take the formula which I have told you. If we have to calculate the mass of 1 atom, then we have to write the molecular mass upon the Avogadro number. So molecular mass or the atomic mass of carbon is 12. So upon 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 we have to do. That will be 1.99 into 10 raised to the power minus 23 gram. That is the mass of 1 atom of carbon. Question number 14. Which has more number of atoms? 100 gram of sodium or 100 gram of iron? So we will calculate it. Number of molecules, number of moles is equals to 100 upon 23. 100 is the given mass and 23 is the molar mass of sodium. So it will be 4.34 moles. Then for Fe also, 100 gram is the given mass and 56 is the molar mass. So it will be 1.79 moles. So 4.34 moles is more rather than 1.79. So 100 gram of sodium is having more number of moles. Now let's do the NCERT exercises. Question number 1. A 0.24 gram sample of compound of oxygen and boron was found by analysis to contain 0.096 gram of boron and 0.144 gram of oxygen. Calculate the percentage composition. So percentage we can calculate with the help of formula mass of boron in the compound upon mass of compound in total multiply by 100. So 0.096 is the mass of boron upon 0.24 gram is the mass of sample multiply by 100. So we will get 40. Then percentage of oxygen also we can calculate like this, or we can just do 100 minus 40, so it will be 60%. So as you know that percentage is 100% total, so out of that 40 is of boron, then 60 must be of oxygen. It is understood. Then question number 2. When 3 gram of carbon is burnt in 8 gram of oxygen, 11 gram of carbon dioxide is produced. What mass of carbon dioxide will be formed when 3 gram of carbon is burnt in 50 gram of oxygen? Which law of chemical combination will govern your answer? This is law of conservation of mass. So law of conservation of mass, that mass can neither be created nor be destroyed. So that will be, in case first 3 and 8 gram we have taken, so 11 gram is the answer. Then in next one, thus the same amount of carbon, that is 11 carbon dioxide, that is 11 gram, will be obtained even if we burn 3 gram of carbon in 50 gram of oxygen. The extra oxygen 50 minus 8, 42 grams, will remain unreacted, or it will be left over. So according to law of conservation of mass, we have to take 3 grams with 8 grams of oxygen, that is according to definite proportion, and 11 gram of CO2 we will get. So if we are taking more amount, then also the reaction will be of that particular amount only, and the rest amount will be left. Here also 3 gram will react with 8 gram only. If we are giving more amount, then it will remain unreacted. Question number 3. What are polyatomic ions? Give examples. Polyatomic ions are those which are having more than one atom. So for example, carbonate ion, SO4, that is sulfate ion, or acetate ion. Some of these ions are polyatomic, which are having more than one atom, and they are having some charge also, that is cation and anion, plus charge or minus charge. Question number 4. Write the chemical formula of the following. Magnesium chloride, it will be MgCl2. Calcium oxide, CaO. Copper nitrate, CuNO3 whole twice. Then aluminium chloride, AlCl3. Calcium carbonate, CaCO3. You can just take the help of valency table, and you can do it on your own, and after that you can check the answers from this PDF. Give the names of elements present in quicklime. Quicklime is CaO. So elements will be calcium and oxygen. Hydrogen bromide, it is hydrogen and bromine. Baking powder, formula is NaHCO3, sodium bicarbonate. So sodium, hydrogen, carbon and oxygen are the elements. Then potassium sulfate, it is having potassium, sulfur and oxygen. Sixth question is calculate the molar masses of the following substances. So the formulas are given. You just have to multiply and add, like that we have done before, but you have to write the unit as gram per mole, because here we are calculating molar masses. Seventh question, what is the mass of 1 mole of nitrogen atoms, 4 mole of aluminium atoms, 10 mole of Na2SO3, that is sodium sulfite. So you have to calculate using that formula of mole concept, and you can calculate this. The answers are also given. Question number 8, convert into mole. So you have to calculate the number of moles in 12 gram of oxygen gas, 20 gram of water, 22 gram of carbon dioxide. So you just have to write the mass upon molar mass, that is given mass upon molar mass, and you can calculate the number of moles. Next question, 9th, is also related to mole concept. What is the mass of 0.2 mole of oxygen and 0.5 mole of water molecules? So we just have to calculate the mass, that is given mass. So it will be 16 multiply 0.2. 16 is the molar mass of oxygen, and in water it is 18. So 18 multiply 0.5. So you can get the mass. Next question, calculate the number of molecules of sulfur acid present in 16 gram of solid sulfur. So here we have to calculate the molecular weight first. 8 multiply 32. 32 is the atomic mass of sulfur. Then 256 will be the total weight. 256 gram of acid contains 1 mole, that is 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 molecules. So we will calculate for 16 gram now. Avogadro number upon 256 multiply by 16. So it will be 3.76 into 10 raised to the power 22 molecules. Next is question 11. Calculate the number of aluminium ions in 0.051 gram of aluminium oxide. Aluminium is having mass 27. So we have to calculate here for aluminium ions. They are 2. Al2O3 is having 2 aluminium ions. So here we are calculating 2 multiply 27 plus 3 multiply 16. So the total mass of Al2O3 will be 102 grams. Then 102 grams of Al2O3 contains 2 ions of aluminium. So 2 multiply 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. Then for 0.051 grams we have to calculate. So we will use the unitary method also. Maths, you know, you have learned the unitary method there. So 2 multiply 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 upon 102 multiply by 51 upon 1000. ये आपका जो आया है, दिस इज़ बाय रिमूविंग द डेसिमल 0.051. इफ़ वी रिमूव द डेसिमल तो नीचे जो आपका डिनोमिनेटर है उसमें आएगा 1000, 51 upon 1000. So it will be 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 20 aluminium ions.